how to create your own guild. So first you just have to press escape, go to guild over here, click, and over here you're going to see create guild. Once you come over here, just create your logo and everything. So, right, you can choose the color over here and you want to create the name over here. So I'm going to call it, so that will be my guild logo. I just changed it a little bit. Create guild, boom. Create, yes, yep, there we go. So that is my guild, right? So if you go down to manage, if you go down to settings over here, look over here what it says, boss loots. Permission setting. Here's the thing that a lot of guild leader will not tell you when they invite you. When you do a boss event, if your guild gets a loot, it may go to the guild, acquires after 5 minutes, to guild member. And here you can choose what can be given or not. So here if I choose to guild, equipment, epic or above, miscellaneous, epic or above, goes directly to the guild. What it means is that every time the boss drop an epic gear or weapon that is super mega hard to get, some guilds, what they're going to do is they're going to choose this option and every epic gear will directly go to the guild, aka the guild leader, meaning that the guild leader will have the right to actually either distribute the loot to someone or he can keep it to sell it to make lucent. If you guys get a drop that is worth like, I don't know, 40,000 lucent, he can sell it for 40,000 lucent and he can distribute the lucent, to all those who have been, helping for the boss, or he can keep all the lucent to himself. So that's why when you go into a guild, you need to make sure that you know what is the boss loot distribution, because if all the epic gears goes to the guild, it goes to the guild leader. So he or she is the one to decide who's going to be in charge of the epic drop, because the epic drop, the super mega hard one to get, are the one that everybody are longing for or looking for. So if you're going to join a guild so that you get a drop that then becomes available just to the guild leader, you're kind of like, what I mean. So a lot of people are not very happy about that, because this is like master loot technically, and guild leaders, they don't tell you, they don't have to tell you, but you can ask them. If they refuse to answer to you that question, then you have the choice to find another guild, to leave the guild and find another guild. Now some of you are going to ask, is it a good or bad thing to give master loot to the guild leader? Well, it is relative. Let me explain to you why. All right, the good and the advantages of being a master looter, it means that, let's say somebody get the loots. Let's say one of the guildies get the loots. The next boss, that same guildie get the same loots. The next boss, the same guildie again get the next loot. Now, of course, it is kind of like over exaggerated, that I don't think that would happen 3 times in a row, but it can happen because it's RNG, right? Well, that's the reason why you have master loot, so that it doesn't happen that the same person get the same loot all the time, which is why the guild leader will be the one in charge to distribute the loot depending on, like who needs it most and who has made the most of effort. It could be the fact that someone has been in the guild for like 10 months and that person has been contributing to the guild since day one, and he or she has been healing or providing DPS, has been helping other guildies for a very long time, and he never got any upgrades. So that could be one factor why you want to give master loot to the guild leader, so he can decide who deserves that loot. Now, the problem with that is that the guild leader can also decide not to give it to anybody else but keep it to himself. Now you're gonna say, how do I know what are his true intention? The answer is you don't. So you actually either trust the guild leader or either you don't trust the guild leader. So you're going to say, what do I do in these circumstances? My best advice for you is to actually try to find someone you can trust. Like someone you trust in the game that the guild leader will be fair and square. It is not easy to do because everybody's going to say I'm fair and square, right? But how do you trust that? So the trust in this game is very hard to acquire and is very hard to find. But it is doable. You can still find people who can refer you to a great guild leader. So that's that, guys. This is what I wanted to mention before you join a guild, so that you understand better what you're up to. All right, guys. So I hope that this video helped you. If it does, please like us up. Thanks for watching. Cheers.